The scream cut through the quiet of our suburban cul-de-sac like a siren. "Give me your Wi-Fi password now." Karen's voice, sharp and entitled, echoed from her manicured lawn to mine. I froze, mid-sip of my coffee, peering over my porch railing. There she stood, in a pristine white pantsuit, her blonde bob gleaming under the streetlights, clutching her phone like it was her lifeline. Her demand wasn't a request, it was a command, dripping with the arrogance of someone who always got her way. I'd only moved into Willow Creek a month ago, but Karen's reputation as the neighborhood tyrant preceded her. She'd already berated the mailman for smudging her mailbox and shamed Mrs. Patel for her tacky garden gnomes. Now she'd set her sights on me. I stepped onto my lawn, trying to keep my voice steady. "Karen, I don't share my Wi-Fi. It's a private network." Her eyes narrowed, her lips curling into a sneer. "Private? You think you're better than me? I need that password." Me streaming's buffering. Her tantrum was absurd, but the glint in her eye told me she wasn't backing down. This wasn't about Wi-Fi. It was about control, and I wasn't about to let her win. The next morning, I woke to find my mailbox tipped over, its contents scattered across the grass. A note, scrawled in aggressive red marker, read, "Share the Wi-Fi or regret it." My blood boiled. Karen thought she could bully me into submission, but she'd picked the wrong neighbor. I wasn't just a graphic designer with a knack for tech, I was stubborn. I logged into my router, renamed the network NotForKaren911, and blocked her device's MAC ID for good measure. If she wanted a war, she'd get one. What I didn't expect was how fast things would escalate. By noon, Karen was banging on my door, her face flushed with rage. "You think you're clever with that Wi-Fi name? Change it back and give me access, or I'll make your life hell." Her threats didn't scare me, they fueled me. I dealt with bullies before, and I knew the type. All bark until someone bit back. I smiled politely and said, "Good luck with that, Karen." The door shut in her face, but I knew this was far from over. That evening, I caught a glimpse of movement in my backyard through my security camera feed. There she was, Karen, sneaking past my rose bushes with a flashlight, heading straight for my outdoor router box. My heart raced as I watched her pry it open with a screwdriver, her face twisted with smug satisfaction. She thought she'd won. But then, a new figure emerged from the shadows. Mr. Thompson, the quiet retiree next door, holding his phone up, recording everything. "Gotcha, Karen," he muttered, his voice gruff but triumphant. I hadn't known he'd been watching her antics too, fed up with her demands for his too loud lawnmower to be silenced. This was the twist I didn't see coming. An ally. Karen froze, her screwdriver clattering to the ground. "You can't record me," she shrieked, but Mr. Thompson just chuckled. "It's my property line and you're trespassing. Smile for the camera." I rushed outside, phone in hand, dialing the neighborhood watch. Karen's smugness melted into panic as she realized she was cornered. She tried to bolt, but not before smashing my router with her designer heel in a final act of defiance. The crack of plastic echoed like a gunshot. Neighbors' lights flicked on, faces pressed against windows. Karen's reign of terror was unraveling. The confrontation that followed was electric. Karen stood in my backyard, surrounded by me, Mr. Thompson, and a growing crowd of neighbors drawn by the commotion. She tried to spin a story, claiming I'd provoked her by denying her Wi-Fi, but Mr. Thompson's video told the truth. The footage showed her sneaking, prying, and destroying undeniable proof of her vandalism. Mrs. Patel stepped forward, her voice trembling but firm. "You've bullied us all, Karen. You yelled at my kids for playing, called my garden ugly. This ends now." One by one, others chimed in, the mailman, the dog walker, even the shy teenager who mowed lawns. Karen's empire of intimidation crumbled as the neighborhood found its voice. Karen's face went pale, her designer facade cracking. "You're all jealous of me," she spat, but her voice wavered. The crowd didn't back down. I held up my phone, showing the police on their way. "You destroyed my property, Karen. That's a crime." Her eyes darted, searching for an escape, but there was none. The police arrived, and as they questioned her, She stammered excuses, each one weaker than the last. The neighbors' united front was her undoing. She underestimated us all. As the officers led her away, Karen's head hung low, her pristine outfit now smeared with dirt from her backyard stunt. The neighborhood buzzed with a mix of relief and disbelief. We'd taken down the queen of entitlement, not with her tactics of rage, but with truth and solidarity. I replaced my router the next day, and the new network name? Karen Free Zone 2025. The neighbors laughed, and for the first time, our cul-de-sac felt like a community. Looking back, I realized this wasn't just about Wi-Fi or a petty feud. It was about standing up to someone who thrived on making others feel small. Karen's downfall wasn't just her arrest, it was the moment she saw we weren't afraid anymore. Her demands, her tantrums, her need to control had backfired, leaving her exposed as the bully she was. And Mr. Thompson? He became the neighborhood hero, sharing his video on our community chat with a caption, "No more Karens." The lesson lingered long after the police cars left. We'd learned that bullies only win when you let them. Together, we'd rewritten the script, turning Karen's power trip into a wake-up call for us all. It felt goddamn good to know we could stand tall and fight back, not with anger, but with unity. What do you think? When is it right to push back against a bully like Karen? Share your thoughts. Have you ever faced someone who tried to control everything? How did you handle it?